Well, hello everyone, I'm Darth Browner, and welcome to the next part of my Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations playthrough. In the previous video, Phoenix and Maya and Pearl decide to go to Hazakura Temple, where Maya has decided to take on special training. They come across the author Elise Deauxnim, who's got an apprentice who turns out to be Larry Burt's, but tragedy strikes as Elise is murdered. The fire sets Dusky Bridge, where Maya is training, alight. Of course, Phoenix, being the hero he is, goes to action hero mode, tries going across the bridge, and falls into the river below. We're going to be finding out the aftermath of said shocking conclusion to the end of the last video. Let's rock and roll, puppets. Let's do this. Who could that be at this time of night? Yes, Edgeworth speaking. Edgy, get up! It's an emergency! Huh? Larry? Do you know what time it is? It's not Larry, it's Elise Deauxnim! This is nothing more than a terrible nightmare. I'll just roll over and... Wait, don't hang up! It's an emergency! It's Nick! He took a really nasty spill. Well, it wouldn't be the first time, so... I'm not joking, his life is in danger. What? What happened? Talk about a guy with bad luck, he may already be dead. Anyway, you've got to come back, you're the only one that can help. My Iris, my beautiful Iris, she needs help. Alright, I don't know what's going on, but I'll be there as soon as I can. I'm at the detention centre, please, hurry. It's been 1 year since I left that country. I thought I wouldn't have to see him again for a while. Sounds like it won't be a pretty reunion, as if I expected anything to change. You're late, Edgy. What took you so long? I don't want to hear it. I chartered a private jet to come as quickly as I could. Well, you should have chartered a faster one. Anyway, just listen. Something happened to Miss Elise, and Nick is Maya and Iris' bikini. Huh? Say something, Edgy. Before I came here, I stopped by the hospital and paid Wright a visit. I believe I have a better understanding of the situation than you at this point. The murder victim was the picture book author Miss Elise Deauxnim. She was found by Wright and the head nun. The suspect is the temple's younger nun. Then later, while Wright was crossing the bridge, it broke and he fell into the river. The hospital says that he'll need at least 2 days of bed rest. Yes, that's right. You got it. But they arrested her, my sweet little Iris. And here I was convinced he was the one the police had arrested. However, I still don't understand what these two items are for. What are you talking about? They're things that Wright gave to me when I was leaving his room. This is the first. He said some nonsense about being able to see into people's hearts with this. And the other? He couldn't possibly ask him what I think he is, could he? I'm begging you, Iris' trial starts tomorrow. With Nick out of the picture, you've all I've got left. You're the only one that can represent her. What did you just say? You know, represent, defend, what were you expecting? Why do you think I called you anyway? I'm a prosecutor, Larry. A prosecutor. Do you understand what I'm saying? A prosecutor is a lawyer who... Don't talk to me like a kid, I guaranteed from junior high, you know. Don't worry about it, I promise I won't tell. But I mean, I heard a paper badge had no problem fooling an entire court before. How could this country's judicial system have fallen into such decay? Please, Edgy, at least listen to her. Listen to Iris' side of the story. So Wright wasn't joking when he gave me this badge after all. Thank you for coming. My name is Iris. Edgeworth, Miles Edgeworth. I don't know if I can be of any help, but I will at least hear what you have to say about the murder. Mr. Wright, how is he? Mr. Laurie said that he might die. Fortunately, he will be fine. Larry, you moron, how could you say something like that? He was badly bruised when he hit the water, but otherwise he is unharmed. Thank goodness. But he's caught some kind of nasty cold. A cold? He's running a high fever and is drifting in and out of consciousness. I must be imagining things. This woman, I feel like I met her before. Pardon me, Iris, I'd like to ask you something if you don't mind. I have the distinct feeling you and I met before. It must be your imagination, Mr. Edgeworth. After all, I hardly ever leave Hazakura Temple. Hazakura Temple? What's that? It's a place where those who wish to boost their spiritual power come to train. You need to undergo some very difficult training to release your inner spiritual power. Spiritual power? Did you go to that temple for that reason as well? No, I don't have any spiritual powers. I don't need them. In that case, what are you doing at the temple then? I've committed some sins that I need to pay for. That's why I'm there and why I continue to train, to purify my soul. I want to ask you about last night, the night of the crime. Right, I helped clean up after dinner and then went back to my room at 8 o'clock. Later I left my room to ring the lights out bell at 10. Bell? We ring it at the same time each night. I see, and then? And then I was told to go to the training hall, but I went back to my room and stayed there. Why didn't you go to the training hall like you were asked to? I was frightened. Frightened? So I just stayed in my room and meditated until the murder happened. There's more to her story, I just know there is. Maybe I should dig a little deeper. You were asked to go to the training hall on the night of the murder? Yes. However, you didn't go. Because you say you were frightened? What exactly were you so frightened of? But what in the world? Is there something wrong? I'm sorry, it's nothing. Looks like she's not aware of them herself. These must be what Wright was talking about, the psycho locks. I believe he said that I need to present this magic armor item to do something. So, do you have any idea as to what really occurred last night? I think it was the result of the tremendous spiritual power that was unleashed. Spiritual power? Yes, spiritual training has always been a cause behind many great tragedies. This incident was just another example. Iris, I'm sorry, but I can't accept that. I'm a man of science. I don't believe in spiritual power. Yes, I understand. Most people don't. And I'm certain that the thing that killed the victim was a human. So please answer me a simple question. Were you the one who killed Miss Elise Deauxnim? No, I'm not the one who took her life. Those psychonaut things aren't appearing. I suppose that means I can believe that she's not lying. Heh. What's wrong? I can't believe what I'm thinking. And here I just finished saying I don't believe in spiritual power. It appears that that's about all you can tell me. Thank you very much for listening to my story. I visited Wright at the hospital before coming here. He asked me to take care of you. Me? Yes, at the trial tomorrow. He asked me to defend you. If Mr. Wright has that much faith in you, Mr. Edgeworth, then I'll gladly entrust my fate to your capable hands. But before that I have one question. Yes? Do you know Wright? Why would you ask that? Whenever you came up in our conversation, he would begin to act a little strange. Mr. Edgeworth, what is Mr. Wright to you? He's a very dear and indispensable friend. It was 5 years ago. That's when I deceived him. You deceived him? I heard that he was in a lot of pain afterwards because of what happened. I know what a weak person I am. That's why I thought it was best if he never saw me again. I wanted him to just forget about me without learning the truth. Well, if you ask me, Wright is still suffering. And until he learns the truth, I don't think he will ever be able to truly recover. Iris, it's not too late. You should go to him. Tell him the truth. I'll defend you, but only if you agree to that one condition. Alright, Mr. Edgeworth. I promise. Very well. I'll do everything in my power to get you an acquittal. That's enough information gathering for now. I should head to the crime scene. sure it's cold, alright. So this is it, Dusky Bridge. Oh wow, it's you, Mr. Edgeworth! Detective Gumshoe. Long time no see, it's been about a year, or has it been longer? Doesn't matter, Detective. What does matter is why you're shuffling around up here. Oh, ouch, and there's that sharp left jab. Well, I'm happy to see you anyway, Mr. Edgeworth. Let me guess, you were transferred by HR to the local precinct? Wise decision, the vast amount of nothing up here should be pretty easy to guard. I heard you were back in the country and arranged to come all the way out here. Everybody was real nice, they even let me take charge of the investigation, sir. Gumshoe indeed. Going on a shoe, he's impossible to get rid of. I'm supposed to report on the details of the crime scene, sir. Anyway, here I am, Detective Gumshoe, reporting for duty. Great. Thank you, Detective. I thought Prosecutor Godo was gonna get here before me. That guy's a real mystery, I tell you. Prosecutor Godo? I just got back into the country, so I don't really know how much about the case. It's simple. Well, simple is as simple does, as they say. Oh, you've got no idea how much I missed that biting sarcasm of yours, sir. But seriously, this one's a piece of cake. There's a witness that saw the whole thing. A witness? Yeah, that bikini lady. Bikini lady? Here? On this freezing cold mountain? Well, you should talk to her yourself if you want the details, sir. We have to talk to this bikini lady, I mean, decisive witness, myself. So this is the bridge that Wright fell through. Yep, I can't imagine being that reckless myself. The boy across is how it goes, right? Or was that leap? And is there something on the other side? Yes, some old building they call the Inner Temple. But we can't get over there without a bridge, sir. What? Nobody lives there, so it's usually not a problem. But someone was at the Inner Temple doing some training, now they're stuck there. Yes, I heard that from Wright. It's my affair. Oh, nowhere again. Anyway, the air is really turbulent right now, so we can't do an aerial extraction. No one's going to be able to reach the Inner Temple until tomorrow, so we should be alright in this cold. So how did this bridge burn down anyway? We're almost 100% sure it was lightning. Lightning? So who is this Prosecutor Godo? I've never heard of him. Yeah, he's a new guy. Showed up after you left the country. He's a complete rookie, but nobody can say a bad word about the guy. What kind of man is he? He just became a prosecutor recently, but he's good, sir. Real good. If he's so good, how is it that I've never heard of him? Is he the lead prosecutor on this case? You bet he is. After all, you know who is right in the middle of it. You know who? Phoenix Wright, of course. For some reason, Godo really got it in for Mr. Wright. Oh. Yeah, he seems to have some kind of a grudge. And what would be the cause of this grudge? Well, you know. Maybe he made fun of his mask or something. None of this is making any sense. I better look into this Godo myself. You're telling me the bridge caught on fire due to a fluke bolt of lightning? Yep, last night it snowed for the first time in 3 days. A little unusual for the lightning to occur during a snowfall like that. But according to the weather data, lightning definitely struck. I see. This is a very detailed weather report. Almost too detailed. It even has the exact time that the lightning struck the bridge. Oh, that! We got information from the witness's testimony. Someone actually saw the lightning hit the bridge. Who is this witness? Sorry, I'll go ask one of the local cops later, sir. Yo, Edgy, what took you so long? I'm so cold my brain's turned to sherbet. I knew it was a mistake to race back to this country. What do you mean? Wright is going to be fine and the case itself isn't anything unusual. And I find myself taking a request to defend a woman accused of murder. Hey, wait a sec. Hold it. Objection. What's going on here, Mr. Edgeworth? It's hard to explain, but one thing led to another and... What kind of lame excuse is that? And you call yourself a defense attorney? Prosecutor Edgeworth is a prosecutor, and that's why he's Prosecutor Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth, defense attorney, just sounds plain old weird, pal. Right, Prosecutor Edgeworth? I'm not sure what role I'm supposed to be playing anymore. Dude, Edgy. Only see you for a couple of years and your heart turns to sherbet? I sing more like sorbet. It's rather cold here. Iris didn't murder her. Someone else did it. I just know it, okay? So trust me on this one. Ever the romantic, aren't you, Larry? Nevertheless, I'll do whatever I can to prove her innocence. At least until I pass the baton on to Wright, that is. Man, I'm telling you, Iris is so cute. Right, Edgy, you think so too, don't you? What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? To put it simply, your comment has me highly concerned. Could it be that the reason you think she's innocent? Come on, a girl that cute can't possibly be a murderer. I was right after all, I should never have come back. No, don't worry, I see things how they really are this time, honest. If I had a penny for every time he said that. It's just that, well, Iris is a delicate flower. Can't force things too much, you know what I mean? I have no idea what you're talking about, Larry. Oh, forget it, I didn't see anything. Larry, where were you and what were you doing on the night of the crime? Larry, what? Don't tell me. You mean I might have done it? But what? Get lost, go back on your charter jet and get out of my sight, you creep. Hope your plane crashes and you die. I'll ask just one more time. On the night of the murder, where were you and what were you doing? As I suspected, psycho locks. I'm sorry man, you know me, I just don't remember. My short-term memory is a wreck, dude. Hey, hello there, so how are you feeling? Alright, I suppose. Who is this? My name is Miles Edgeworth. My, handsome boy such yourself is always welcome. If circumstances weren't so tragic, I might just... Please don't call me boy. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I'm looking for a woman in a bikini. Well, you have found her. Now, what can I do for you? I'm sorry, I didn't see any bikinis. Oh, if you ask nicely, I might give you a peek, big boy. Mr. Edgeworth, this is the head nun's sister bikini. She's the witness. Why didn't you tell me that earlier? It's exactly why your salary keeps on getting cut. My stomach's already growling in protest. So, what's the latest about my beloved Iris? Well, first, I want to hear what you know. First, I'd like to ask you about last night. Well, last night we had an acolyte here for training. After dinner, the two of us went to the training hall in the inner temple. She must be talking about Maya. Approximately what time was that? Oh, I suppose it was about 9 o'clock when we left here. Training lasts all night long. It's extremely exhausting. Channeling Dojo's head nun must be in the attendance at all times to keep watch. Wow, you're right. That does sound exhausting. Detectives, this is no time for flattery. Sorry. Sometime around 11 o'clock you witnessed the incident in the courtyard. But your duty was in the inner temple. Why did you come back here? The way you're staring at me, I'm starting to get goosebumps. I'm starting to get goosebumps myself, but for a decidedly different reason. Oh, you get the chills pretty easy, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? Alright then, I'd like you to tell me exactly what you saw in the courtyard. It must be about 11 o'clock. No, I can't say it. It's too much right, poor heart. Hey, calm down, lady. Let go my toy. I saw two people. One was lying on the ground. The other one was stabbing her from the back with a sword. Did you see this criminal with your own eyes? I didn't want to believe what I was seeing, but it was Iris. You must have been quite shocked. Of course you were. Try putting yourself in her shoes. It'd be like if you were stabbing Mr. Roy smack in the middle of the courtroom, and I happened to witness it on the witness stand. I'd be pretty shocked too. I know it sounds insane, but that's what I saw. When I realised what I was seeing, I screamed and then I passed out. Unfortunately for us, her testimony seems to be pretty solid. However, your idea of Iris doing such a foul act seems unnatural. Unnatural? Girl I know simply isn't capable of this sort of foulness. I wonder what she means by that. As the head nun, it's your duty to stay with the acolyte at all times, correct? Yeah, that's correct. I know I may get strong, but the truth is I got a bad lower back. Bad lower back? Yes, especially bad in the winter. So bad I can't even lift a bucket. You know how cold it was last night? My bad back felt as stiff as frozen glass. I just wanted to get a nice hot bath to ease my aching back. That's why I returned to the main hall. So you left the disciple alone? That'd be ridiculous, I'd never do that. That's why I ordered Iris to go to the inner temple after she rung the bell for lights out. Yes, but she never went to the inner temple, did she? So did this head nun actually see Iris there? I think I better try to get some more details. So who's this acolyte that went to train at the inner temple? Her name is Moira Fay. I treated her very badly, I'm ashamed to say. After she went through the trouble of signing up for the special course. Special course? It's a training session where you sit on a block of spirit ice and chant 30,000 times. You don't mean to tell me she's still doing that over at the inner temple, do you? No, of course not. You don't have to worry about that one little bit. Last night we still hadn't started the training session itself. Well, that's good to hear. Oh dear, there's one thing I forgot to tell you. Oh, I don't think I like the sound of this. Do you know that small girl? I believe she is Mr. Moya's little sister. Maya has a little sister? Oh, you mean little Pearl? That's Moya Faye's cousin. Little Pearl? I thought she was going to visit Mr. Elise after we finished with dinner. Clean up. I ain't seen her at all since late last night. Nowhere to be found. You mean she was with the victim? It's all the fault of my stupid, crazy old back. The little girl who was with the victim on the night of the murder is gone. As they say, the plot thickens. You said you went with Maya to the training hall in the inner temple last night. Did you happen to see Iris while you were there? Of course I saw her. I told her to meet us after ringing the 10 o'clock bell for lights out. You're saying Iris came to the inner temple then? Of course she did. Iris would be a good, obedient girl. After that, Iris's help Mr. Moore begin her training. But that doesn't fit with Iris' story at all. She said that she never went to the inner temple. As they say, the plot thickens. There are more Enza cushions in the corner of the room. What's that white piece of paper sticking out front of that start? Beats me. Do you mind checking that for me, Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir. Here you are, Mr. Edgeworth. Looks like an old manila envelope. Ah, what is it, Detective? This could be it. An ultra important clue, a super special clue. I wonder I should read it myself then. This is a letter addressed to Sister Iris. Tonight at 10 at Heavenly Hall, unless you want your secret to be exposed. This sounds like a blackmail letter. Nice going there, Mr. Edgeworth. Why can't I ever find clues like that? You're an ultra important prosecutor, super duper prosecutor. Well, I suppose it takes a super kind of dumb to miss a clue like this. And this is where the murder took place, sir. Other than removing the body, we left everything untouched. Thanks, Detective. I'll just have a look around. Looks like the police are still investigating. Well, yeah, by the way, I thought I'd better ask just to be sure. You really going to defend that nun, Iris, at the trial tomorrow? Yes, I will. I gave him my word, and I must follow through with my commitment. Well, in that case, I gotta be careful. Gotta make sure I don't leak the prosecution's investigation. Don't worry about it, Detective. Just keep your mouth closed, and I think most of it will flow out on its own. You got it, sir. I'll make sure it flows out like water from a tap. Yes, you do that, Detective. Just how much has your running spout leaked over the years? The victim is the famous picture book author, Miss Elise Deauxnim. Her entire past up until she won that writing award last year is a total mystery. It's hard to believe in this day and age you can still find people like that. The estimated time of death for the victim was between 10 and 11 p.m. on Feb 7th. Caused death with blood loss resulting from a stab to the back by the murder weapon. The murder weapon? The victim was found skewered with a giant sword, sir. That's terrible. Yeah, but there's one strange thing. Yes? The victim's entire body was covered with bruises. Bruises are consistent with falling from the height of a two-story building. Two-story building? That would be about the same height as that room in front of us, correct? Hey, you're right. Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth. That just happens to be the room that Elise Deauxnim was staying in. Maybe she was pushed out of the window after she was stabbed by the sword. Now then, Detective, let's see if we can summarise what we've learned so far. Okay, let's take a look at the map. According to the testimony of Sister Bikini, the head nun, right after they finished dinner, she and Moya Faye headed to the inner temple. "10 p.m. after ringing the bell for lights out, Iris went to the inner temple. When she got there, Bikini had her take over while she went back to Hazakura Temple. After they got all bath to soothe her back, Sister Bikini witnessed the murder in the courtyard. If you want more details, she'd ask Bikini herself in the main hall, the inner temple. I'd like some more information about that place. The trial begins tomorrow, but who's the prosecutor? I'm pretty sure it's that Dodo guy, but nobody can get hold of him, so they're looking for a replacement. What do you mean? Really weird, all of a sudden no one can reach him. I wonder if the rumours are true. Maybe since Mr. Wright caught a cold, won't be defending, he just lost interest. I intend to appear in court in the role of attendance defender, you see. However, I would be quite unhappy if it came out that I'm actually a prosecutor. You know, I can see why, but I'm not the one you have to worry about. I think the real problem is going to be that judge. Yes, he certainly would remember my face, even after such a long absence. That's why I requested another judge preside over the trial tomorrow. We only met each other once. There's a good chance he won't remember me at all. Yeah, but what about the prosecutor? Everyone in the prosecutor's office wouldn't know you. Would it be a problem if someone there made a big stink, sir? There's no need to worry. I pulled a few strings and arranged for a prosecutor of my own choosing. Wow, Mr. Edgeworth. I had no idea you had such a powerful string to pull. What is this inner temple that Maya was supposed to be training at? According to Bikini, it's an old building they use for training the acolytes. It's on the other side of the Dusky Bridge. The bridge that burned down. Is there anything else on the other side of that bridge besides the inner temple? Nope, not a thing. Nothing? The other side is surrounded by cliffs on all sides. Anyway, it's kind of like a little island out there. So the only thing there is the inner temple. It's not the kind of place a person can survive in. Please be alright, Maya. So the sword from this gold statue is actually the murder weapon. Sure is, called a Shishishito. By the way, nasty piece of work, sir. Still blood on it. I suppose this is the victim's blood? Yep, all over the blade. And speaking of all over the blade, there are fingerprints all over the hilt of the Shishihito too. Fingerprints? Actually, they match the prints we got from the younger nun, defendant. Her fingerprints on the murder weapon? What's wrong? You're all looking really solemn. Is this how it is for right? Is this what it's like to be a defense attorney? Yeah, I figure it doesn't feel really good. To be honest, it feels more like it's detrimental to your health. What's this? It looks like a wizard star. That belongs to the victim, Miss Elise Deauxnim. There's nothing strange or magical about her. Oh yeah, this is just between us, okay, sir? Yes, what? This is top secret stuff. Don't tell anyone about this. Alright. Truth is, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a wizard. That's it? That's what you wanted to tell me? That's it. This staff was made from a very strong kind of wood. What about fingerprints? Were there any on it? Just the victims. I don't see Larry anywhere. Maybe he scared the poor kid away. His heart was shut tight with a number of psycho locks. Guess I'll have to look for him now. What a thorn in my side. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth! I came back because I need to ask you a few more questions if you don't mind. But I've already told you everything that I... Iris, please remember, I'm on your side. You can tell me anything. Yes, thank you. Take that! Since I've been handed this case, it's my duty to dig up all the answers. Understand? Yes, sir. The smallest flame can sometimes bathe a case in a whole new light. In my years in court, I've seen it happen over and over again. That's why I'm committed to searching until I have those answers. Now then, is it really true that you didn't go to the inner temple last night? Yes, I swear. I already told you that. Yes, you said you didn't go because you were frightened. That's right. If that's the case, then the obvious question is, what were you so afraid of? Iris, I wonder, is this what frightened you so much you couldn't even leave your own room? Take that! I found this in the main hall. It's addressed to you. Oh, that's... Well, Iris? Why are you glaring at me like that? You were scared of the blackmailer who wrote this to you, isn't that correct? Oh. Was it the evidence or the power of my glare that broke that lock? Oh well, I don't suppose it matters either way. But Mr. Edgeworth? Yes? I thought that letter was just someone playing a prank on me. A prank? Well, yes, after all, even if I did have a secret, there's no one to tell it to that would cause me any grief. I wonder about that. Sister Bikini is like a mother to me. I would never hide anything from her. No, you may not have anything to hide under normal circumstances. However, last night was different. Unfortunately, I don't know the exact nature of your secret yet. However, whatever it is, there is one person you didn't want your secret told to. Take that! Phoenix Wright. Ah! You mean something to Wright, it seems, and I can tell he holds a special place in your heart as well. That's why you didn't want him, of all people, to know your deep, dark secret. Well, what do you have to say? I should have expected as much, especially from a friend of his. After dinner, this letter was waiting for me in my room. As I said, I was frightened by it. What is this heavenly hall the letter mentions? It's a small mountain shack at the base of Dusky Bridge. A small shack, huh? It's more like a broken down shack that no one would ever want to go near. Where is it on this map? It's around here. To get there, you must follow a small path down from Dusky Bridge. The reality is, to get to the inner temple, I had no choice but to cross that bridge. But the thought that such a terrible criminal could be lurking at Heavenly Hall. I was so scared by the whole affair that I didn't even want to think about it. So this is the secret that you locked away in your heart? Yeah. It's as though I may have to visit this Heavenly Hall now. Maybe I'll find some sign of our mystery blackmailer. In any case, you still claim to have never left your room last night. Yes, that's exactly right. The trial starts tomorrow. I promise you, I will win. I'm going to win so that you and Phoenix Wright can see each other again. But when I do, you must promise me you will tell him your secret. But it's pointless. Why would you say that? Because I may know who Phoenix Wright is. But he has no idea who I am. I just finished speaking with the head nun of Hazakura Temple. She testified very clearly as to what happened. She said she saw you stab Miss Elise Deauxnim with a sword. And one other thing. She said that when Maya Fey began her training at the inner temple, you were there as well. What? When I spoke with you last, you claimed that you never went to the inner temple. And yet Sister Bikini said she met with you at the inner temple that very night. But I didn't go there. I didn't go to the inner temple last night. Whoa, not much of a view down here, huh? Still better than the view from my apartment, though. Someone's here. I just like detective. Oh, why does this always happen? Whenever I find a girl I like, they always run away. I chased one of them to Japan. Next to be prison, I guess. I'll still have to detective. What? That'll get me locked up for sure. Nah, I can't do that. So it looks like he's down his luck. He just talking to himself. Shh, be quiet and listen. I knew it. Shouldn't have done it, I blew it again. Done that? What did he do, I wonder? Hey, you, what you just said? Remember what you just said? I got an objection. Well, what the? Edgy, you dirty rat. I'm going to shoot you oaf. I'm sorry, sir. If I knew it, I would show an objection. In a loud commanding voice, tilting my pointer finger. You've watched many trials. I'm sorry. Okay, Larry, the jig is up. What have you got to say for yourself? What is this little shack anyway? Well, I just discovered it myself yesterday. Why are you down here in the first place? Come on, I'm an artist. It's a good place to sketch. It's a great little place. It's artistic. It's quiet, it's cold, it's got no power. It looks like it's about to collapse. Sounds a little like my apartment there, pal. One thing's for sure, no one's like to show up and disturb you here. So can I get you some drinks, some hot water maybe? He's getting all buddy on us, sir. Listen to me now, Jay. You gotta do this, you gotta save Iris. Why are you so sure she's innocent? Because she's cute? Watch your mouth. Anyway, I've made up my mind about it. I'm gonna marry that girl. Mr. Edgeworth is pretending he didn't hear you. So I'm gonna ask for him. Have you already asked the girl to marry you? No, not yet. I can tell she feels by looking in her eyes. She's got this, I really want this man to carry me over the threshold there. Sure, Nick would be surprised. He'd never imagine I would marry such a beautiful girl like that. Something tells me he would be shocked indeed. That's why I didn't want him to do anything dangerous. What am I going to do if she gets hurt? What is this guy trying to say? He's lost me about a mile back. If we really want to know the answer to that, we're going to have to drag him onto the witness stand. Come to think of it, you still haven't answered my question. What were you, and where were you doing last night? Oh man, don't you have anything else to ask about? That kind of attitude? Never be a lazy man like me. Okay, shut up with the scary eyes, I got it. If you really want to know, last night I saw something incredible. Something incredible. Yeah, but let's not talk about that now. Let's talk about the good old days, what do you say? Come on, I'll pour you a nice cup of hot water. Why hasn't he realised I absolutely despise talking about the good old days? Especially with him.
Take that!
Alright, now you've got to tell me what you really saw last night. You're really upset, aren't you, Edgy? Okay, I'll talk, huh? That's a bit too easy. Yeah, anyway, it was awesome. I've never seen anything like it. Around 10 o'clock last night I started thundering. I'd been sleepy, I'm not sure for how long. Suddenly, the world in front of me went white. Like I'd just been slapped in the face by my old girlfriend, Naomi. And then it was on fire. The bridge was on fire. Dusky bridge caught on fire? You say you saw it with your own eyes. Hey, why are you giving me the evil eye? I'm telling the truth. There's still 3 psycholots remaining. He's trying to hide something. Where were you when you saw that happen? What do you mean? I was in my room by the main hall. Where else would I be? As usual, you're as transparent as an empty jelly jar. Problem I suspect lies there. There? What do you mean there? It's impossible for you to see the lightning strike from Dusky Bridge from your room. This is a map of the area. Take a look around the vicinity of Hazakura Temple. What are you looking for? It should be fairly obvious. Main hall is surrounded by trees and it's impossible to see the village from here. What? Why didn't you tell me that before? How about it? How about what? Do you feel like talking now? What? Looks like it won't be that easy after all. Give me no choice, I have to move on to the next step. Went in your room at the temple, so then where were you? You didn't know I wasn't in my room, so where was Larry and why was he there? If I read the situation up to the point correctly, the answer is fairly obvious. Well then, let's test my theory.
Take that!
Place you saw the lightning strike was from Heavenly Hall. Why would I be hanging in this old shack? Freezing cold, there's no electricity that could fall apart at any minute. Larry, how do you know that anyway? How do you know there's no electricity? It was not that dark yet. Uh-oh. In other words, you've just provided evidence to provide my theory. My theory, at least once in your life, visited Heavenly Hall after sunset. I have to admit, I'm impressed, Edgy. You're in a totally different league from Nick. It's nice, now tell me. What were you doing in this cold little shack last night? Or what you might call a fair decor. I think you mean a fair decor. Could be you were waiting with someone. Oh no. Here we are, one scary guy, you know. I'd be the last night you're waiting for this person to come meet you.
Take that!
Only one person you wait for in a horrible place like this, Larry. I told you before, don't call me Larry. The person you were waiting for was Iris. Suddenly I feel cold all over, Edgy. No doubt because of my chilly glare. So you think I got the hots for Sister Iris? Do you have any kind of evidence? You got something that proves I was waiting for it, or you just guess it? That's where I draw the line, and then this ridiculous little game.
Take that!
Here's your evidence. Caused this spot of a pathetic blackmail letter. What good is it about? You're embarrassing me. What are you doing with that anyway? It's not important I misjudged you, Larry. What do you mean? Taking advantage of a woman's frailty like that? You should be ashamed of yourself. Oh. First of all, what's this at the top of the letter? It says salutation here. Well, that's what it said in that book, letter writing for dummies. You're not supposed to actually write that. That's where you're supposed to write, Dear Iris. Oh, I'm so sorry. So you were here in Heavenly Hall last night, weren't you, Larry? You saw the lightning hit Dusky Bridge. Sorry, Edgy. Sure he doesn't cut you scumbag threatening a young lady like that. Wait, hold up. What now, pal? What are you talking about? What threatening stuff? I'll tell you what. You tried to scare her lawyers by threatening to expose her secret, pal. What do you mean threaten? When did I threaten her? Unless you want your secret to be exposed. Sure sounds like a threat to me, pal. Blackmail, in fact. It breaks a love letter. Haven't you ever been in love? What did you just say? My love for her is so hot you can melt the snow on this mountain. Oh, then what is this secret you mentioned? Come on then, Jay. Did you get it? I thought that secret love between her and me. Obviously, she wouldn't want old lady bikini to know about it, right? About our hot and sour British sweet love affair. Right then, why did you send a love letter in a business like middle of an envelope? Give me a break, it's not my fault I didn't have any other envelopes. Yeesh. Why were you so quick to apologise, pal? It's because Edgy gave me a scary look of his. What's wrong, Edgy? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? That's it. That's what all those huge lots were about. I don't understand why you were so defensive. Well, I don't know either. I guess the thing is, you shouldn't expect too much from a guy like me. Hey, come on, don't let it get you down. Mr. Edgeworth, this guy's still hiding something, I know it. What do you mean, detective? Don't forget what this guy said just a minute ago. If you really want to know, last night, I saw something incredible. He's right. Larry? What? You're looking at me like a hungry dog that just found a bone. What was this something incredible you saw last night? You're going to tell me, Larry, one way or another. I already told you, didn't I? Saw lightning strike Dusky Bridge. Yes, I believe it was the incredible sight you saw. But now that I think about it, something doesn't quite ring true. What doesn't? That's all there is to your story. Your heart wouldn't have had all those locks. Therefore, Larry, I do believe you saw something last night. Something more incredible than lightning. Where, why, how? Hey, what do you think you're doing? If you're in anything from Mr. Edgeworth, I'll arrest you on the spot, pal. No. What's wrong, sir? Does this have to do it all over again? Why are you glaring at me like I'm next to be hit by a bolt of lightning? Just about had it with this Harlequin. If I really want to drag the truth out of him, I'll just have to drag him to the witness stand. And of course that brings us to the end of today's video. This has been Darth Browner, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give us a like and hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you on the next video where Edgy is going to be defense attorney.